the man should be able to provide, right? And I think to also a great extent too, the woman also is designed to depend on the man as well.
So the woman should depend on the man.
Yes, women are designed.
You seem not to agree with what Victor is saying.
What's been affected by economy?
Okay, so I'm coming there to be patient and calm enough to
Are you
hear
saying
me.
with your 9 to 5 now, you can?
So Kemi, the thing is this.
The husband, the wife, the children, in this Nigeria economy, are you saying with your 9 to 5, you can actually do?
Again, if you are calm enough, diligent enough in your speaking, as well as in your hearing, you will understand why I said that also compared to the area of the way things have changed and evolved. Right? No, hold on now, Misola. When you're speaking out.
Hey people, you're locked into Ginger Pod, where we gist, debate, analyze, and most importantly, laugh through everything happening around us. With me in the studio today, I have Victor and Misola, and they are here to help us answer a very important question, which says that if money rules the relationship, then is this still a thing? And you know, we live in an environment whereby people believe that the man should be the head of the family and the woman should be in the kitchen, catering for the kids. So I want to hear their take on what is right and what is wrong. So let's have it. And Victor, you can go first.
Go on, what exactly?
So do you think that the man should be the head of the family and he should be the sole provider in a marriage or relationship?
That's a very interesting question. But for me, right, I'm always particular about why things are the way they are, right? Things didn't just happen by accident. There are rules as touching and guiding the society at large. So when it comes to the man's role in society, the man's role in the family, I think it is spelled out. I mean, it's all, we are all born into the system. We are all a part of that system. So to a large extent, yes, the man should be able to provide, right? And I think to also a great extent too, the woman also is designed to depend on the man as well as the family as a whole. So yes, things happen or things are the way they are because of the order and design of things by nature. That's actually
depend on the man in what
depend on what?
You said the family should depend on the man.
No, I'm saying that things are designed, right? The man is created, or the man was created. If you take a look at creation, the man was created, and every other thing the man is in control of. So everything that touches, even family as a system, right? The man is this. These things are dependent on the man,
and you said the woman should depend on the man.
So I'm just saying that everything is built, everything is designed.
So the woman should depend on the man.
Yes, women are designed to be dependent on man, right?
In which aspect?
In what?
In which aspect?
Well, in every sense of it. Let's take a trip down memory lane. Man already was created, and the woman also was formed out of the man. Right? So you can't see a woman who is a standalone, societally speaking, right? Most of the things we see happen today, most of the achievements women achieve, in the larger scale, you see a man's input. And
man's input in a woman's career, for example.
But Kemi, you seem not to agree with what Victor is saying. What is your own take in all of this?
I think he's missing the point and he's talking far back as 1 million years ago. What do you mean that women are supposed to depend on?
She's asking you what your own take is on the subject.
Yes, and I'm picking some points from yours, right? Okay. You said the woman, in women's achievement, there's some men behind it, right? Are you saying in my own career path, there's a man behind me? So a career I've been building for years on my brain.
Yes.
With my skills and everything, and now you're saying a man is behind it. I mean, I'm just picking something from what you said. So can you expatiate on that? Yes, I do not agree with him because why did you say that?
So explain to me if you think or if you agree to the fact that women are standalone as touching their achievements, generally speaking. We've had conversations over time where you yourself have said it time and time again that you being where you are career-wise and you excelling excellently well career-wise, you are thankful to God for the kind of husband God has made you come in contact with.
Before I got married, I've been building my career. Let that be noted. Before I got married, which I got married late for my personal reasons, right? But that was because I was building a career and I'm still building that career. So I'm not going to say a man is the reason why my career was flourishing when I was single. And not now that I'm married.
So
right?
Kemi, you're saying that a man should not be like the head or should not be the sole provider in the family.
I'm just saying it's partnership. And this also depends on the type of partner that you marry. If you marry a man that have that mentality that, oh, you're my wife and you're supposed to stay this, or maybe be like a stay-home mom, don't work, don't have a business, let me just... I mean, this cannot even work in this economy. It's partnership. I believe in 50-50. And when I'm talking about partnership, I'm also talking in terms of you as the husband helping.
Okay.
In cleaning, in cooking.
Wait, hold on.
In doing the things you're supposed to do, in keeping the home, in managing the home. So it should be 50-50. I can work 50-50. But like I said, it depends on the type of partner that you marry.
Okay, so Kemi, if I should ask, because you said you believe in 50-50, right? So even before you got married, or even now as a married woman, if your husband says, oh, hey, babe, let's go out for lunch or let's go out for dinner, will you be willing to say, okay, the bill is like 200K, let me bring out 100,000 naira?
Before we go out, there will be a communication. Okay, like there are some days I take my husband out with my money. And there are some days he take me out with his money. So it's 50-50, depends on communication. Everything, there has to be a communication before things are done. I'm a huge fan of communication. I communicate a lot. If you are close to me, you know that I sit down, I believe that let's sit down and talk. We are talking about this. No shouting, no screaming. We are just talking about it. So if you are taking me out, that is you. And if I say I want to take you out, then that is on me. And I think this should apply to the girls of nowadays. You don't expect a man to give you everything. Make sure you do something by yourself, on yourself, to improve.
What do you think?
Okay, so there's a couple of things to unpack from what Kemi said, which I tend to agree with slightly, but most of the things she said here, I really do not agree with. Now, when I was saying that women, the family, the society is dependent on the man's capacity, I said earlier that why are things the way they are, right? This is an order of design, natural order of design. This is how things are, right? And the moment you see these things missing, then there's a collapse. Right. Now, let me take it a bit from where I said that a man's role, societally speaking, is to provide. You can say sole provider, yes. Why is the man a sole provider? Because he's given that capacity by nature to be the sole provider. Now, will you now come back to the fact...
Do you know that to cut you. Do you know this nature is being affected by economy?
Okay, so I'm coming there. If you be patient and calm enough to hear me.
Are you saying with your 9 to 5 now, you can... So
Kemi, the thing is this.
The husband, the wife, the children, in this Nigerian economy. Are you saying with your 9 to 5, you can actually do that?
Okay, so now what Kemi is just trying to say in the clearer sense is that, like, we have, like, the world have evolved. We have Gen Zs that think that, okay, they also have to be financial, they have to be career women and all of that. And from your own point, I don't think you are saying that a woman should not have her own things going for her, right?
No. So this is the thing, right? Again, if you are calm enough, diligent enough, in your speaking, as well as in your hearing, you will understand why I said that also coming to the area of the way things have changed and evolved. Right? No, hold on now, Misola.
Okay.
When you were speaking, I was listening to you.
Okay.
I hope you accord me the same courtesy. Now, what I'm saying in essence is, for every one of us who lives in a society, right, everyone has a key role to play. You said something about man being the sole provider, right? By the order of things, by the natural design order of things, as things ought to be, that is the man's role and function. However, we cannot take away the place of evolution, right? However, we now bring it back to when you said something about 50-50. 50-50 in what sense? I've said it before, and I also keep insisting when I hear this kind of conversation comes up, right, that 50-50 is not reasonable. One, it is not attainable. Two, it is not reasonable, it's not attainable. Now, if you decide...
In what aspect?
I'll come to the aspect. If you tell me now that you take your husband out, a very beautiful gesture, right? Beautiful gesture. Normally, it is something that many women will advise their peers to do. Take your man out once in a while. Take him out, let him express.
What do you mean once in a while?
Because it is what is there now.
What do you mean is once in a
Go
while?
to
She just made
it clear to you that she takes her husband out and they basically have like a structure of how they do it.
See, we know how these things work. Hold on. Now, if there's a structure on how these things happen, right? Thelma, Misola, before you got married, Misola, you've gone on several dates with your spouse or with your partner, right? Who usually fits the bill? Be sincere.
usually fits the bill.
Yeah, who usually takes care of the
Like
bill?
I said, I'm a communication person, so we talk. If I want to go out, I want to go out.
Okay.
And then I'm taking
Okay,
you
now,
out.
so
I'm spending
this
the
is where society comes in now. So society, right, and the way things have been, men naturally, in my own capacity, being who I am, I go out with a girl, I go out with a lady. It's already in me, engraved in me to foot the bill.
Yeah. Why?
You'll be because that is how things are. You can't.
What? Okay.
You can't argue with me. You can't debate this.
Hold on, Victor. Hold on. In a situation where she's volunteering to pay, will you allow her to pay?
So it is fine. It is fine. I'm not disputing the fact that if a woman wants to offer to pay the bill, right? No, I won't do that. But like I said, revisiting my original stance, why are things the way they are, right? Like you can't question the fact that, why do I have big hips as a lady? Why is my voice tiny as a lady? Do you get what I'm saying? The same way a man will not rationalize, why am I thinking as a man? Why am I thinking in this manner? Why am I thinking in this capacity? Do you get what I'm trying to say? So as a man, it is a natural instinct to be the provider. It is natural instinct to take care. It is natural instinct. If a burglar comes in here now to come and attack us, it is in our mind, engraved in our mind, to stand firm and to take on whoever.
Are you sure it's all men that is engraved to be that brave?
What? Are you sure what?
Are you sure it's all men that is engraved to be that brave?
But look at the size.
I've seen men who were shitting on themselves when they saw rubber.
But comparing to a woman.
Guys,
now the thing
Victor, it seems you are in touch lost to what is happening on social media, because I'm a great user of Twitter, like formerly, X. Yeah. We see guys on Twitter, their posts, their comment section telling you that I cannot be the sole provider. My father did it and my father died early, like maybe in the 40s, in the 50s. I want to get to 80 and something, so the responsibilities are not going to kill me. And which means I need to marry a woman who is working. And this is the same man that is expecting you as a woman who is working to come home. Let's use Lagos, for example. We leave early, 5:30. We both go to the same work. We get home late, 9 p.m., and you still expect me as a woman, get to the kitchen, cook, prepare something for the kids, prepare something for tomorrow, while you as a man, that we both left home at the same time, got home at the same time, sit, watch Arsenal beating blue-black, or Man U beating blue-black, and then you come back and you still expect, and you are calling that 50-50. So I'm telling you that men out there, maybe the millennials, even the millennials and the Gen Zs, they will tell you that I do not want a woman that is behind me. Okay. I want a woman beside me. Okay, so I want 50-50.
You keep saying 50.
In all
you keep saying 50.
of that
Okay, good. So you keep saying 50-50 over and over and over again. Mm-hmm. I want to ask you this question for the sake of clarity. Yeah. You say you believe in 50-50.
I do. With a reasonable partner, please.
With a reasonable partner. In all ramifications.
Yes.
Okay, I believe you're married.
And please do not ask me about rubber or
no. Let's squash that. Let's squash that. Hold on.
Please don't do that.
Hold on. Okay. So you believe in 50-50?
Yes, I do.
You are married, I believe.
Happily, 5 years now.
And counting.
Right. So 50-50. Do you think, to a reasonable extent, your husband is a reasonable man? I believe so. Right?
He is actually.
He's a reasonable man.
So cut to the chase.
I don't know, but. In that sense, do you think for your marriage to have lasted for 5 years, it is as a result of 50-50 contribution from you and your husband?
Let me give you an example of something that we explain this perfectly.
All right.
I work like on-site, hybrid. My husband works full-time remote job. Yeah. Right. I get to leave home 3:30. I'm not worried about my daughter. Mm-hmm. Why? Because my husband is there, helping school runs, cooking our lunch, packing the lunch, dropping her in the school and like picking her up. I'm not worried. But on the days that I'm working from home, I get to do that, right? So on the days I get to work from, I get to pack her lunch, I get to drop her in school, I get to pick her in school, while he is resting from that and getting his own job done. So what does that mean to you, Victor?
But hold on, sorry. Yeah. Logically speaking, now that's not 50-50 if you think about
50-50.
It. Because wait, Misola, wait.
I'm not doing it. So the days I'm doing it.
Can I do it why I don't think it's 50-50? Okay. It's because your remote work days are 2 days in a week. That means your husband does it 3 days. It's just 3 days, but it's still not 50-50.
So you see, Kema had made my point for me, right? If you look at it,
I'm not admitting any point for you, Victor.
so if you look at it closely, right, you're only looking at one side of it, and for a relationship to be sustained,
I'm not looking at one side.
Okay, so
Victor, wait, let me ask you now. Do you think that it is a good idea that, okay, maybe you are a nursing parent and your wife says, okay, if I wake up this night to nurse the baby, tomorrow night is for you, just to balance things up. Do you think it's something that you'll be able to accept as a married man that is trying to build a
He
family?
does not even have breasts to feed the baby.
No, but she can pump the breast and leave in the fridge. No.
So you can pump
you
breast
can
in the
pump
fridge.
breast. We pump breast.
Yes, you pump it and you keep it.
Breastfeeding. And
So you just take the breast and you nurse the baby the next day from the breast milk.
This is the thing, but I like.
So yes or no, please answer that question.
It's
during the first 3 months of, the baby being a baby.
Are you ready to do one night in, one night out?
Can I speak?
Yeah, please, go ahead.
So this is the thing. Now, for me to have a sustainable marriage, for me to have a sustainable relationship.
You're not even married, are you?
For me to have
okay.
a sustainable marriage or relationship, I'm not looking forward to giving 50%. Let me finish.
Okay.
I'm not looking forward to giving 50%. I'm going to give my all. I'm going to give everything that I can to make sure that relationship, that marriage, whatever it is I'm involved in,
Thelma,
work.
I think
now,
Victor,
if I look forward, sorry, Misola or Thelma, if I look forward to going half-half with my wife or my partner, it doesn't make sense.
You don't look forward to going half-half. It's just something that naturally comes to you because you are trying to make life easy.
How can you measure? Because the thing is, how can you measure half?
But you've not answered if you can do one night in, one night out.
So the same thing about which is one night in, one night out. Do you know that there could be anything that could have happened in the course of that 3 months?
Yeah.
Example, what if we agree to do one night in, one night out? Something important comes up.
Like what?
She falls sick. And she cannot keep up to her own time.
Or one person has to travel, for example.
Yes.
Yes, but at least agree to that structure first.
Hold on.
They were having the structure. Will you agree to a structure like that before thinking that anything
So again, like I said before, as a man or as a cultural man or traditional man, like I like to say it,
not
right? A man's sole responsibility is to see to the stability of his household, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. One night in, one night out may work for some, it may not work for another.
Now, I'm asking you personally, not for some.
For me personally,
as a traditional
man, and as a cultural man, and as a titled man, right? For me, whatever it takes. Now, this chart, this
Victor, please, the traditional and the titled man that you are claiming to be,
I'm not
they are
claiming,
like our fathers, our forefathers.
Yes.
They just go to the farm and that is all. They provide the yam, the oil, the food and all that. And they're done. They don't help with cooking. They don't help with anything.
Okay.
So the traditional man that you are claiming to be, they are the traditional man that some of our guys are even praying not to become.
Some of which guys are praying not to become?
Some of the men on the social media, they want to become the...
Those are saints. Those are the kinds that will go down one day and propose to a woman.
Okay, so Victor, hold on, you guys. The conclusion is that since you are avoiding to give me a yes or no answer to my question, I just want to assume that you are not caught up. You are not buying the idea of doing.
No, tell me my answer is no. Hold on, Misola, wait now. My answer is obvious. And what is my answer? Whatever. Wait, no. My answer is whatever. Do I need to explain what whatever means?
But you're a titled man.
As a titled man, so this is the thing about me, right? I'm not the kind that will say away with the old, on with the new. Right? I believe so much in holding our cultural values to heart as much as I want to embrace modernization.
She's just taking care of financial aspects.
No, that is the thing. You think it's just taking care of financial aspects. Now, what part of modernization am I going to embrace? There's a number of things that are modern that I see that make sense. That if we mix this, a bit of this, with a bit of our cultural, values, you can have a good, happy, and a sustainable life.
Like,
do you know what I'm trying to say?
List the modern things you want to,
So if you are saying now that as of the days of old, where women are restricted, for example, just in the kitchen or just in the house, right? I don't entirely subscribe to such. Particularly when it comes to
yourself.
I'm not contradicting. No. So this is the thing. I'm not contradicting myself. That is the issue between why we're having this debate. Is that first and foremost, I'm going as to the why. Before you now come home to what is your own take or what is your own solution, what do you lean towards? Do you get what I'm trying to say? Now, I was talking about 50-50. 50-50 is not sustainable. Why? Because there are lots of things that both the man and the woman will contribute that cannot be measured halfway. You cannot measure emotional support on the 50-50 base.
Yeah, you cannot even get pregnant,
So that's the thing. So how can you measure someone who carries belly for 9 months with a man who impregnates? It doesn't make sense. You say it's 50-50. Okay, if you do half of that, what would the man then do? Support you by providing for the household? It doesn't make complete sense. So what I'm trying to explain to you is that each and every one of them that makes up that household contributes their all to keep it sustainable. I mentioned emotional support, right? It takes a whole lot to hold the family together emotionally. You should know this as a married woman. You get what I'm trying to say,
Yeah.
So it takes much more than just giving half and expecting half from the other party. It doesn't make sense, and it's not sustainable. Now, why I said originally that women are dependent on the man, it may sound insulting, and I don't mean to insult, right? I don't mean to insult. Even some women would say, and I've had someone tell me over and over again that, and I'm sure she'll watch this thing and she'll feel like, tell me that you are the leader, you're supposed to take the front. And most of I question her ability to also be follower.
But you know also that there is a saying,
to follow, yes.
but you know also that, Victor, you know that there's a saying that if not be say woman not forgive herself, but waiting woman they carry man do.
Yeah.
Yeah, whining yourself with that kind of statement. People are playing. But a joke. That's a joke.
God.
Why is it a joke? Because just like permit me to use August Comte, who said that for a society to function, everyone has a part to play. It's called the functionalist school of thought. Every part plays a significant role for a sustainable society. In the household too, which is the smallest unit of society, each part has a part to play. The mother has to give her all. The man has to give his all. And there are cases where, to use your measurement metric, right? A man may not even give the 50 you are looking for. The woman may give 30, the man may give 80, the man gives 20. And there are cases where the man gives 80, the man gives 20. The idea is for them to come to 100 and that the ship moves.
Okay, so now your point is it does not matter who gives more in the relationship, but so, you are just saying that somebody always gives more and it cannot be 50.
You can never have people do it halfway. Somebody's always doing the more.
But this is what we actually call 50-50, right?
So can we have a question for you?
Sorry, Thelma, I have a question for Victor. I want to state something for you. I remember one time a friend, or let me say a colleague, said he will never allow his wife to go out on a career trip for 2-3 days, right? A man, which I think you know, who said, oh, me, I can never allow my wife to go out for, stay outside my house for 3 days because he or she's on work or something. So do you think that's 50-50? When, let me set an example, your wife has something to do in another country that has to do with her job just for 5 days. And because there's a baby at home, no, you cannot go. You cannot go, we take care of the baby. What do you think? Like, can you explain that part?
So again, but to each man his own. To everybody his own. I'm not in the best position to explain.
So in that situation, do you think you will allow your wife to go like on a 3-5 days?
If me, I will allow my wife to go.
Yes.
If the trip makes sense, why won't she go?
But this is the same guy that said, no, I can never allow my wife to stay away from me.
So you're asking me what will my own take be? And you're also expecting me to also explain that person's position for him. I can't explain his reason. The wife might be a promiscuous woman.
What is the person that you solemnly agreed with on this particular discussion?
So, Misola, again, I don't know how to answer for people because I've not had conversations with them. Perhaps when I have the man, maybe
I think you can answer that question because maybe you are like in relationships for now and not something that is, that we can term or call marriage, Marriage is different from boyfriend and girlfriend in all aspects. It is when you get married that your eyes will open.
There's some boyfriend and girlfriend that have better experience than those who are even married.
No, please don't do that.
So, okay, the question I want to ask is to give the viewers more clarity on your opinion. Okay. Right? So since you're a lady who believes in 50-50, can you tell us how you are able to ascertain the stability of that 50-50 in your home? What do you people do to make sure that, okay, whatever you people are doing, any input you are making in the family is 50-50 and one person is not carrying more weight than the other person?
Like I said, 50-50 is really subjective. But what I'm saying is that I can trust my partner to do the things that women can do. I can trust my partner to know that, I'm not cooking today, you can cook. I can trust my partner that Today is Saturday. I've worked Monday to Friday and I'm resting and can take care of the house, even without a nanny or a maid, right? So my whole 50-50 is I'm helped. I feel helped. Like, this can be done without a woman, me being in the house. That is 50-50 to me.
What do you think?
It's, again, I'm circling back to what I've said earlier.
So wait, Victor, now, as a man, if your wife tells you that, I'm tired today, I cannot do anything, will you be willing to? Because you're a bachelor, you live alone. So I feel like, wait, hold on. I know that much.
Go ahead. I'm listening
So
to you.
anyways, I feel like if you are doing all of these chores as a bachelor, right, you shouldn't have an issue with your wife telling you, I'm tired today, can you take care of the home tomorrow?
You don't even cook, like... Cooking is a survival skill.
That should be a very good question. I don't know how to
It
cook.
is a survival skill that every, no matter your gender, a boy, a girl.
I don't want to brag. Right?
What do you cook,
But
Victor?
But can you cook? Like,
is that the question you're asking?
It's a yes or no question.
at least 5 different soups that you can.
Okay, so I don't want to brag, but I consider myself an amazing cook.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So the thing is, so this the soups. Yeah, I can't count.
You need to list.
No, maybe after
And you're going to give us one recipe. So you want to cook oha soup? Tell me the ingredients that you need to cook this oha soup.
Okay, maybe not a house soup, but I'm an amazing cook all the same.
Oh.
So this is the thing, but for me, finding my wife in a very difficult situation, even when she falls sick, right, it will be callous of me to imagine that I would have to subject her to domestic chores.
Very good.
It would be ridiculous of me to assume that she will still take care of the running around, dragging the kids and trying to prepare them for school and so on and so forth.
That reminds me of a story that is trending on social media of a pregnant woman with some medical conditions. And then she was supposed to be on diet, right? And because those women cannot cook, they just had to, the wife's family, they had to create a diet Monday to Friday, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and everything. And this one ate the food.
Like they were cooking the food and bringing to the wife at home.
Yes, finish the food of a pregnant woman with medical conditions. Why is it that as a man, adults, I just imagine maybe it's 30 plus or something. Why can't you get your food cooked? And you have a pregnant woman with health conditions and then you are even eating her food.
Me, I feel like in as much as, even if you want to say that the guy doesn't know how to cook, it takes nothing to go outside and buy an actual meal because your wife is not in the right frame to cook for you. And talking about a video, there's a video that has been trending on social media about a girl like talking about the same thing we're talking about. I would just like us to take a few minutes to watch the video and I want to see or hear what people have to say about that.
Any God who will lead me through my husband, I don't follow. Yeah. There are parts of the Bible I disagree with to the core. I do not see my husband as leader. He's a man who poops and pees, if he exists even. There is no leader in a marriage. Once there is a leader in something, there is no equality. And there is no, and mind you, they would twist doctrines. They would twist it, they would twist it, turn it, twist it, so that you don't feel
What do people think about this leadership thing? The Bible is in support of the man being the head and the woman being the tail.
So I think she's pushing for 50-50 or equality in that sense.
Yeah.
No, this is not even
as
equality. This is more like I don't want somebody to lead me.
But
And this is the religious part of it.
but look at what she's saying, that as touching marriage, that a man shouldn't, that there's no leadership in marriage.
Yeah, that nobody can
equal.
lead her.
Everybody has their, an equal role to play in terms of, but this is what she's trying to explain, or what she's
Let's watch a little bit more to say.
unequal to a man, but you are. Once there is a leader, there is no longer equality. And you see that aspect of Christian marriage, I reject it. In fact, I reject the hierarchy in a Christian marriage. There is no hierarchy because there's no man above me. Well, except God. That my husband is my equal. We stand beside each other as equals in every sense, even in a spiritual sense. He will never have authority over me. Listen, I don't expect my husband to lead me. Because I myself am a complete, competent human being. I have a calling, I have thoughts, I have
This is a
processes.
religious
He can
part. She's
live his
quoting
life,
Bibles and
but
saying
he's
all
not
that.
leading
I
anybody, he's not
disagree
leading
with
me.
whatever it
He
is
can
she's saying
influence.
here.
But in a way, it is similar because she's saying that usually we should agree as Nigerians, right, that a man, as Nigerians and as Christians, that a man should be the head of the family, right? Because the man is not only the provider of the family, he's like a protector, a protective figure also in the family. So now she is saying that there is no man who should be her leader. So which means that if her husband comes and says, oh, hey, babe, this thing is wrong, let's do it like this, she will not accept it because she wants to do it her own way.
That is not my own definition of it.
No, I'm not saying it's I'm just saying, what do you all think?
So basically, right, what she's saying, I think for someone like her, and again, everyone has free will, everyone has their opinion. I think that's just her opinion she's expressing, which obviously I do not agree with. I also think she's being hypocritical in every sense of it, because for you to really, really find yourself in a space where you call a Christian community, then it means that you have to subscribe to it. You can't claim to be part of an organization or part of a creed, right, which is a Christian, what the Christian society believes in, and then you're saying this is not what I'm a part of. I think it's just kind of contradictory. But my point is, for her, right, I just think this is just for the show of it. I don't think she really means what she's saying.
Or
Personally,
whatever
I
it
think
is
she
she's
really
saying, I think it's personal, and I need to understand where she's coming from. Apart from the biblical part of it that she's quoting, I want to understand where is this coming from.
Okay.
Yeah.
So but again, I don't know if but listen to the video. I think she's saying that she does not agree to a leadership hierarchy in her relationship.
Yeah, in her. So there is no hierarchy. Nobody's above anybody.
Equal.
Everybody's equal.
Like her husband is as equal to her as she is as equal to him in that marriage, which means that whatever the husband is doing, she also has equal contribution, which I don't agree with. This is what I'm saying earlier about what I said earlier about the man playing a key role as being sole provider, which is subject to some level of flexibility in a way. But she's saying, oh, I don't subscribe to this, that. Trust me, it's only time that will tell when she finds herself in situations
like that
will require someone to take up leadership position. And just to give credit to the women folk, there are women who also have positioned themselves as good leaders, right? Not even just in family, outside, in their career, as Misola is advancing further and bringing lots of person also. So there are women who also position themselves in leadership position as well as some men also do. But within the confines of a marriage or a relationship, there has to be someone who is the decision maker, right? There has to be someone who takes the front center stage. There has to be someone who is responsible, right? And that is not so to downplay the role of the woman. The woman also has her role also as important as a man's role, right? But you cannot say that, oh, because he's my husband, I can't submit to him, I can't give him the respect he deserves as being the leader. She's just making a fuss about the whole thing, and I don't think she means it.
I don't know if this is contradictory or something, but you said there should be somebody that acts as the face of the marriage, or there's a way you put it.
Somebody that takes the lead, that takes the lead and make decisions.
Exactly, but in Yoruba or maybe in Nigerian context, when something happens to the marriage, do you know who they blame? Do you know?
Educate me, I'm not
the
Yoruba.
Woman.
Okay.
They blame the woman.
Why do they blame the woman?
For whatever reasons they have, they blame the woman. Oh, the marriage, maybe something happens to the man, they'll be like, it's the woman's fault. Maybe she was not patient enough. Maybe she was not submissive and all that. But in the actual fact, they will not blame the guy. They will not blame the husband. It is always the wife that is always at fault. That woman, she did not have patience, so she was not submissive. We need to ask her. Maybe she cheated. They will not even say maybe the guy cheated. They will like maybe the woman cheated or something. So this is like a contract. This topic, there will always be back and front. And for her, I need to ask her a question, which in the career part, what if a man is a line manager? Would this still be the case, or is this only
makes a lot of sense
limited to marriage or
a relationship?
I have a lot of questions to ask her.
Well, to each person his own.
Because aside even the fact of business or career-wise, right? She, I don't know, probably must have studied at some point. She would definitely have like male lecturers or male teachers. So does that mean she will not say, if they say do this assignment or submit by so time, she will not want
just to drive home my earlier point, right? I know I've insisted on the fact that equality is unattainable in any sane society or real society. Now, there's something they call equity. There's a difference between equality and equity, right? Equality is trying to go halfway, 50-50, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to go down that path with you anymore. But equity means to each person according to their capacity. Right? So everyone, according to their means, their strength, their weaknesses, you should meet each other, quote unquote, halfway. The halfway might be the 70 I can give, the 30 you can give. As much as you can give it wholeheartedly with good intention, I should be able to meet up to that, that distance. So in this particular sense, you cannot claim equality with your partner. You cannot claim equality, not with your partner per se, but you cannot claim equality with your with the contribution you are bringing forward. if I'm going in a relationship with someone, for a lady, and I'm asking her, what are you bringing to the table, right? Most people usually will frown on that kind of question, like, what do you mean? She's bringing herself, but we both know those things are superficial. What it means is, what are you contributing that can be sufficient for us to keep this marriage sailing?
Contrary to that, right? I feel like using the word "what do you bring to the table" is completely wrong.
Hypothetical.
Because if you're intentional that, okay, this person is somebody that I like to like live with as a couple or something, ask the basic questions.
Like what?
Ask the right questions. Like how much do you earn? What are you willing to bring in if we live together?
You're asking the same
How much
question.
effort are you willing
The
to
same
do it?
question.
Good. What do you bring to the table is
Hypothetical.
insulting.
No, hold on a second.
It is insulting.
just the way.
What
No,
I
just
bring to the table.
that word
I'm
already has a
disabled.
stigma that
Because it is
sounds that triggers that.
Okay.
I don't know how to explain it. It sounds
because
weird.
over time,
It's insulting.
because
That's
over time, that conversation has been stretched beyond limits, in my view. Now, when someone asks that question way back, what are you bringing to the table? It may not come off as me asking you blatantly, what I bring to the table.
So
right?
how do you
The
ask?
man, like I'm asking her, she had to refabricate the entire
Yeah,
question.
you have to be
But
be
you are still
precise.
asking the same question. Even if there are ways I could ask you psychologically as to knowing if you can actually come into my life and make meaning of my life.
But everything is
asking
going
in that
to be-
particular manner, right? The point is, I'm actually getting to a good point with you to knowing if we can actually be partners in marriage, or if you don't just align with my views and my values as a person.
But
Do you
everything
get?
is going to be on that. What do you bring to the table? I am the table, girl.
You are
I
the
am
table.
the table. I am the table.
Okay, guys, I think we've come to the end of this particular podcast, and I hope that you guys are not confused. But just let me know what you think and what you believe, because I feel like everybody has their own opinion at the end of the day, and whatever works for A might not work for B, right? And if you want to say, oh, you're the feminine girl, that, oh, the man should be the one to spoil you, go ahead. Just give us your opinions on social media. And don't forget to drop your comments, like, subscribe, and follow us for more, because we have a lot coming to the table. And again, I remain your host, Thelma, and you've just watched the very first edition of Ginger Pod. Let's have it. Okay. So thank you so much for being our guest today, and I hope you had a good time. How does it feel being on the very first edition of Ginger Pod?
Oh, feels good, feels interesting, and
So would you like to do this again with us some other time?
yeah, most definitely. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm
Why
glad
not?
we are live. I'm glad Ginger Pod is live, and I look forward to making a live.
Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching, and enjoy. Have a nice day.